Well, the meme video that came up, on Bleacher Report was from an interview that we did where we talked about Lil Nas X
and the Post Malone whole thing.
I'm kind of on the opposite end of this argument. Usually I'm on hip hop side when it comes to this type of thing, but in this particular time, I actually understand why the song was taken off the country charts.
Why?
Here's why. Let's just say a country singer, someone that's been doing, putting out country songs on his YouTube channel for a couple of years, who's a standard, country guy who plays the guitar and talks about country music type stuff. He decides one day, you know something, I'm going to just play around and switch it up. I'm going to go ahead and make a hip hop song. And in the song, I'm going to talk about wearing gold chains and smoking blunts and a bunch of stereotypical stuff that non-hip hop people look at rappers and associate themselves with. And the song suddenly starts to chart because it's catchy and it gets on the hip hop charts. I think most hip hop people would look at that and say, man, get this parody song off these charts.
Do we? Because you've
so.
described Post Malone right there. You just described Post Malone. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Post Malone.
I came in with this whole routine, worked out how Lil Nas X shouldn't be on the country charts, and I walked into a landmine. And you look at the comments and it's like, oh, you knew it was about to be on when you see Jamar's lip twitching.
That was the tell, right? That was my tell. And I was like,
And then when you let me have it, I took it like a man. I said, great point. Great point. I didn't try to defend my position. And a lot of times, this is a debate type format, so fuck it, I'll keep riding until the wheels fall off. But in this particular case, I thought you made an excellent point. And
a real man can admit when he's wrong sometimes.
Yeah, I saw the logic behind it. And what's funny is that not long after, Post Malone was interviewed by, I think, TMZ.
And they asked him a similar question, yeah.
They asked him somewhat of a similar question about Lil Nas X, and he said all country artists are rapping too.
And he said people should be able to make whatever music they want, He said that too. Which I guess is true. You should be able to make whatever kind of music you want. Well, but that doesn't mean, people are going to necessarily accept you. You know what I mean?
Well, name me the last country song that you've heard of.
That I heard of?
Yeah.
Old Town Road.
Before Old Town Road. Achy Breaky Heart?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Which came out in the 90s by Billy Ray Cyrus?
Right. Don't break my heart. My achy breaky heart. Yeah. Listen, that that whole country shit, and as you, I'm sure, have researched since I put it out there, yes, black people did create country music. That's a fact. Documented. The instruments and all of that. The banjo, the harmonica, the fiddle. These are all African instruments, my brother. These are African instruments. And this is the shit that the Southern slave master heard us playing during slavery. This is where country music comes from. Okay? So the fact that we've been... You can look it up. I'm surprised you didn't look it up already, Vlad, because I told you this in the last video. I didn't break it down this far, but I told you that black people created country music.
I'm not debating that part, but the fiddle was an African instrument? That's a violin.
Go look it up, bro. Go look it up. I'm not pulling shit out my ass. I come with the facts, bro. I don't come with out the ass. The banjo, the fiddle, harmonica. These are things that we, as African people, originated in Africa.
Well, it says the earliest string instruments were originated from equestrian cultures of Central Asia using horse hairs.
Okay, Vlad.
I mean, that's what it says on Wikipedia.
Okay. We're not talking right now. Okay, even though we're not talking about right now the earliest string instruments, we're talking about the people who supposedly were taken in slavery from, let's say, Western Africa over to America, to the Americas. The instruments they were playing traditionally, okay, were these string instruments like the banjo and the fiddle and the harmonica. They might have had different names over there, but when they came over here, that's the shit we brought over here. That's the shit we was playing. That's the shit they heard us playing during slavery. You want to look that part up?
I'll look it up.
I'm just making this up?
This is a bigger research project.
Okay.
I can't just look it up just now. But
for now,
I'm
we're
not
gonna
arguing.
take my
I'm just
word
saying
for
I don't
it.
know.
We'll just take my word for it because I'm not one to just make shit up and throw it out there. So we're gonna take my word for it and say, that's kind of ironic too, how we can be muscled out of some shit that, that we started. You know what I mean? That we started. Because it came from the blues and all of that too, country music. Modern country music came from slave music and the blues, okay? That's why they sing about sad shit. And the blues is undoubtedly from black people. So that being said, it's funny that we even having this debate about Lil Nas X and can he be included and, and the fact that country music, I don't know what country music sounds like today, but he said country, they're basically rapping right now, which wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? Which wouldn't surprise me. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's been white artists along the way. Like, there's a dude named Haystack who I used to fuck with, who's really dope. Whose stuff kind of sounds like country and rap mixed together.
Okay.
There's also what's the name of that one dude that was fucking with Timberland?
Yeah, I remember him. I kind of liked him. What was his name?
Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks. Yeah.
Ugly.
Huh?
Ugly.
Ugly.
Yeah.
You're saying he's ugly?
No, that was the name of the song. It's getting ugly in here. Remember?
Right. Yes.
I'm not saying he's
I
ugly.
thought you was insulting the young man. I said, well, goddamn, bro. Where'd this come from, Black?
Yeah, then there's your homie Yellow Wolf and a bunch
we
of
don't fuck
artists.
with that bitch ass motherfucker, but don't bring him up.
There's been a bunch of artists. But anyways, shout out to Lil Nas X. He's still running strong with this single. There was a video
I seen
of him.
They brought him
at
to
school.
this elementary school. Did you see that video with the little kids?
It was dope.
Oh man, they was wildin'. And I think Willie D had posted it. And he was like, man, all these racists is mad as fuck watching this fucking video right now. Because it looked like a sea of little white kids, too. And they was just, can't nobody tell me. Oh, man, this shit was crazy.